Why? Why would you ask this question? I don't know which one to choose. Hey fellow fiction fanatics, I'm Chase. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the 50 rapid fire book tag. This tag was originally done by Book Me Up Scotty, so I'll link her video down below. Alright, let's get into it. Question number 1 is hardback or paperback. So for that, I'm definitely going to choose paperback. They're less expensive, they're floppy, and you don't have to worry about the dust jacket. Speaking of dust jackets, question number 2 is dust jacket on or off? I'm definitely going to go with off. I prefer having my dust jacket off the book when I'm reading it, so that way I don't mess it up or ruin it in any way. And that's why I like going to the library, because I don't have to worry about that. Question number 3 is secondhand or new copies. Either really, but I don't know which one to choose. I'm going to go with new. Question number 4 is audiobooks or nah. Definitely love audiobooks. Audiobooks are fabulous. You can read while driving. You can listen to a book while doing whatever else you need to do. You can fly through a book at whatever speed you want with audiobooks. I absolutely love audiobooks, and I can't believe it's taken me so long to actually get into them. So I definitely love audiobooks. Question number 5 is do you cover buy? No, but I try not to buy books unless I've actually read them first, because then I know I like them and I know I'm spending my money wisely. So question number 6 is what is a good book with a bad cover? So for that, I'm going to choose Holes by Louis Sakar. I have this gorgeous edition that I absolutely love, but I got it because I absolutely hate the other edition, which I'll put right here. I mean, look at this. This is just absolutely gorgeous, and this over here is atrocious. Question number 7 is what is a bad book with a great cover? That would be Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous cover, but I thought this book might have a redeemable quality about it, but no, it's just sad and it just hurts to read. Question number 8 is what is the first book you ever read? So besides like children's picture books and small little children's books like Junie B. Jones, one of the first books I ever really remember reading with my mom is The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. And now I have this beautiful edition of The Whole Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. It was the first series that she read to me, and then I actually continued on by myself. I really enjoyed this. It's one of the first series that I ever really remember reading. So this series definitely has a place in my heart. Number 9 is the last book I finished, and that would be Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I enjoyed this book, but I don't think I'll be continuing on with the other 2 books in this trilogy. I liked it, but there was just something about it that wasn't a 5-star worthy read for me. Number 10 is the last series that I finished, and that's actually the Numbers Game trilogy. I liked these books more than I originally anticipated, but I just didn't really love how it concluded, and there were just bits and pieces of the story that just didn't really work for me, but hey, you can't like them all. Number 11 is the last book you bought, and that would be Once Upon a Spine by Kate Carlisle. I don't really know 100% what this book is about, but it's a mystery and it's about a girl who loves books. I figured why not check it out and see if I like it. Number 12 is what is your favorite genre? I absolutely love fantasy stories, and that is definitely my favorite genre. Why? Why would you ask this question? Question number 13 is what is your favorite book in that genre? That's like asking someone to pick their favorite child. I can't do that. So I guess I'll just name some of my favorites. Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, Throne of Glass, to name a few. Question number 14 is what genre do you never reach for? Genre that I don't reach for and I don't ever plan to reach for is horror, because I am the biggest scaredy cat there is. Yeah, horror is not for me. Question number 15 is do you read poetry? I don't really read poetry, but I have read a few books in verse that I do like, especially by Elizabeth Acevedo. I read The Poet X by her, and I absolutely loved it. I think she just has a phenomenal way with words. I would definitely read her books while following along with the audiobook version, because she also narrates those, and they are just phenomenal. So the next question says popular science, which I'm assuming is like nonfiction or like scientific articles or anything like that. No, I enjoy fantasy and fiction and pretty much anything up that alley. Number 17 is do you read middle grade? Yes, I do. I really enjoy middle grade novels, and one that I picked up recently that I really enjoyed is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow, and the sequel Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow. I think these two are fantastic novels, and I can't wait for the third one to come out this year. Number 18 is, do you have a BookBox subscription? So I don't have a BookBox subscription, but if I did, I'd probably choose Book of the Month because you actually get to choose which book you'd like sent to you. Number 19 is, what is your favorite bookish item? So one of my favorite bookish things that I have is this bookmark. It's a chain that has like an arrow, and on the side it says be fearless. It's actually both a bookmark and a bracelet that you can wrap around and put on. I absolutely love bookmarks, and I collect bookmarks. I have this whole box full along with this other little box. So those are a few of my favorite bookish items that I have. Question 20 is, what is your current bookmark? Like I said, I really love bookmarks. What I'm currently reading is Children of Blood and Bone right now. I think this cover is amazing. I love the dust jacket, but I also love that we have a great cover underneath as well. And so because it has this gold and silver, I chose this bookmark, which is like silver and has gold little shiny things. I really liked the look of it with this book. So that's my current bookmark right now. So question 21 is more about bookmarks. What is the strangest object you've used as a bookmark? So I've used a lot of random things as bookmarks. I have in my collection tags from clothing, I have business cards, I have an extra game card. I've used a lot of different things, but I think one of the strangest that I've used, I don't think I have it anymore, I think I lost it, but I used a hoodie string. The string from the hoodie came out. I was like, well, I might as well use it for something, and I used it as my bookmark. So that's probably the strangest that I've ever used. Question 22 is, book jackets or not? Like I've said before, I don't like book jackets. I wish that the beautiful artwork that we have on dust jackets could be printed right on the hardback itself, because I don't want to have to deal with book jackets. Question 23 is, who is your fictional boyfriend? That's gonna be Percy Jackson. And it's quite funny because when my husband and I were dating, there was an ongoing joke between us because he's very, very much like Percy. So yeah, I married Percy Jackson. Question 24 is, who is your favorite book couple? Percy and Annabeth are perfect. I absolutely love everything about them. Question 25 is, who is your favorite book villain? I don't really have a favorite book villain, but one that is just absolutely atrocious and I can't stand and is just so awful is Scythe Goddard from the Scythe trilogy by Neil Shusterman. He is just, he's bad. He just ticks me off and I hate this guy so much. I don't like him in any way, but he's definitely a villain that I can't stand. Question 26 is, favorite book adventure. For that, I'm going to go with The Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan. I think this is a great series that has so much adventure, and I loved every minute of reading this 12-book series. Question 27 is, series, standalones, or trilogies? Trilogies, I think, are great, but oftentimes you get middle book syndrome, or the last book just doesn't live up to what you were hoping for. And I think standalones are great because you can read the whole book and get the whole story out of them. So I really do enjoy standalones as well. But I'm gonna have to go with series because you just have that phenomenal epic world that you get to enjoy. Question 28 is, mixed media books or paragraphs? I really enjoy mixed media books. I think they're really cool and they have that unique aspect about them. But I'm gonna go with books that are just paragraphs, just because I really like those too. Question 29 is, what is your favorite book adaptation? And that, like I mentioned before, is Holes. I think this is a fantastic book to movie adaptation. It's one of the best that I've ever seen. It's practically word for word, and that's what makes it so good. I wish all book to movie adaptations could be this good. Question 30 is, would I rather have film adaptations or TV adaptations? I probably would pick TV adaptations because I've been let down so many times before by movies. They have to cram so much into a 2-hour frame. They can't get all the details we want them to, and I feel like with a series, they could essentially make one book, one season. That way you could get far more information instead of just cramming everything into a 2-hour time frame. Number 31 is, what book needs an adaptation? I am so happy that we're getting a Percy Jackson TV show adaptation where Rick is involved the entire time, and I can't wait for it. I'm also excited that Netflix is turning The Selection into a movie because I think both of those are gonna do really well. At least I'm hoping they are. Besides those, I would probably go with the Illuminate Files. I think this is such a great trilogy. I would love to see this as an adaptation if it's done well. Question 32 is, favorite book world. For that, I'm going to pick Harry Potter. I mean, what else could this possibly be? This is such an amazing story that we all know and love, and we're just drawn into this world we all want to be, witches and wizards, and go to Hogwarts and have this adventure along with Harry. This is such an amazing world and I love it. Question 33 is favorite writing style. I don't think I really have a favorite writing style, but I do love anything and everything written by Rick Riordan. Question 34 is what is a book that you love that people don't know about? For that, I'm going to choose Never Forever by L.R. Johnson. I think this has great characters, a great plot. It's really intriguing. I think it's a great romance with just the right amount of sex appeal. It has humor, it has heart, and I really love it. And I think far more people need to read this book. Question 35 is what is a popular book you hated? For that, I'm gonna have to go with Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. It's not good. I don't like it one bit, and a lot of people do. If you like it, good for you, but that is not my taste, not my style. The one thing good about it is it taught me to DNF books if I'm not liking them. Question 36 is your favorite childhood reads. I think my top 2 favorite books when I was younger were the Judy B. Jones series and the Magic Treehouse series. I think those fueled my love for fantasy and for stories with humor and just fun adventures. Those are 2 book series that I absolutely loved growing up. Question 37 is what is a book that changed your life? For that, I'm choosing The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale. When I was younger, I was terrified by big books. I remember thinking I would never be able to finish a book this big. I remember my mom actually picked this up and started reading it to me, and then I started reading on my own. I absolutely fell in love with this story. I continued on with the series by myself. This book is what got me into reading. I would not be a reader without it, because it was the first time that I ever picked up a book and just fell in love with the story and wasn't just reading to read. I'm very thankful for Shannon Hale and for this book and for this series that fueled my love for reading. Question 38 is what book did you hate at school? I pretty much hated every book that they made us read in school. I feel like most of the books that are put in the curriculum are just depressing and sad, and we don't need any more of that in school, so I didn't like any of those. But the one that stands out the most, I call it the book that shall not be named because I hate it that much. I will not say the title of it. It's by Ernest Hemingway, A Goodbye to Legs. That's not what it's called, but if you want to look it up, you can look it up, but do not read it because it is just the worst. It did not help that I had to read this for a summer assignment that lasted 9 weeks. That is the entire summer. This book took up the entire summer and was garbage, and we all hated it, and it was just torture to read. It is the book I hate with a burning passion, and if I had the power to do so, no one would ever have to read that book again. Question 39 is, do you collect books? Don't collect books, but I do collect bookmarks. Question 40 is, do you donate books? I try to donate any books that I don't personally love as much as I hoped I would. Question 41 is, what is your favorite reading snack? So I don't really snack when I'm reading, but if I were to snack on something, it would probably be either chips or pre-popped popcorns, because those things are really messy and wouldn't get on my book. Question 42 is, what is your favorite reading position? So I either just sit back and relax in this chair here, or in my chair over there. If not, just leaning back and relaxing in my chairs. I like to be propped up with some pillows on my bed, and those are probably my favorite positions to read. Question 43 is natural light or lamplight? I'm definitely for natural lighting. Question 44 is reading inside or outside? Definitely inside. The idea of reading outside is a lot better than actually reading outside. Question 45 is breaking the cover or keeping it smooth? I like to keep my books as nice as possible, so obviously keeping it smooth. Question 46 is, do you read in any other languages? Unfortunately, no. I only speak English, and so I only read in English. Question 47 is, what series do you want to finish this year? So I definitely want to finish the Truly Devious series, and I also want to finish the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan, because the final book is coming out this year, and I'm excited to finish that. I would also love to continue on with the Morgan Crow series by Jessica Townsend, and the Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. I'm not sure how many books are in both those series, but I am excited for the next books coming out, and I want to read them. Question 48 is, what book release are you most excited for right now? Right now, I'm actually really excited for My Calamity Jane by the Lady Janies. I really enjoyed My Lady Jane. My Plain Jane, I didn't love as much, but I still love their writing. I think they are hilarious, and I'm super excited for the next installment of their writing. Question 49 is, do you have a favorite book influencer? I do not have a favorite. I have many. Some of my favorites would have to be Reagan from Prue's Project, Jessie the Reader, Books with Emily Fox, Cody from Cody's Book Corner, and Murphy. Don't want to butcher her last name. I think they're all so amazing. I think their videos are always so great and so entertaining, and I always want to click on them and see what they're doing because I think they just do a phenomenal job with everything they do. And question 50 is, do you have a channel, blog, or social media feed? And as you can see, I have a channel here. I also review books on Goodreads and share my opinions there as well. Alright, and so that's all 50 questions in the 50 rapid fire book tag. This was a lot to go through, but I really enjoyed doing it. I'd love to know what your answer to these questions would be. If you're watching this and you haven't done it before, I'd love to tag you to do this video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to share the love. I'll see you next time. Bye!